Hey guys, it's coffee time, and I look a little ragged because I've been filming all day, and now I have a sunburn on my face and on both of my shoulders, but that's okay, because let's be honest, how often do I go outside long enough that I get a sunburn? And I have enough Italian in me that I think it's gonna brown over pretty fast. Like, they're already turning pretty brown rather than bright red, like when Husky got his, like, super intense nerd burn, it was like, pew, so red. But, yeah. Got some burn going on, but that's okay. Getting my vitamin D, right? We were filming on a roof. It was really funny, because we were gonna get on this one roof, and they were like, okay, you guys stay here, we're gonna go set everything up. The people who own this building, we're not telling them that we're going to film there, so we're going to see if we can just kind of guerrilla shoot it and then leave. And we were like, okay. So we were hanging out, and we were hanging out for quite a while, and then we got a call being like, so we got caught, so we're going to go to one of our backup roofs. And I was like, you have a backup roof? So we wound up getting on top of this, the roof of this little Mexican place that was super cool, but yesterday was Cinco de Mayo, so they were cleaning up, like, trash everywhere. I was like, oh man, it was like, they must have gone crazy last night, because there was stuff everywhere. But they were super like, yeah, go on the roof, we don't care. And we were like, okay. So, we climbed up onto the roof and filmed for long enough that I pretty much assumed I was gonna get a burn, but I was like, maybe not. But I did. So, what can you do? And of course, I won't tell you what we were filming, because I'm sure that I'll link you guys to it in the future, but I was in cargo pants and, like, military boots, and then this tank top and a, like, SWAT vest. So we're, like, standing up on the roof all epically, like, yelling out our lines, while people on the street are walking by going... Or, like, yelling back, because there was a scene where we're all, like, celebrating, and so while we were cheering, like, people down, like, at the bottom of the building would start cheering with us, and we were like, no, shh, you're silly. But we had a lot of fun, and we went to this beautiful place. There was a little warehouse that we shot part of it at that was covered in graffiti, and when we went inside, the windows... The sun was just covered up enough that the light that was coming in through the windows was, like, yellowy, but half of the windows were covered in graffiti. So there was graffiti on the outside, graffiti on the inside, and graffiti on the windows. And it looked so cool, and I wish so badly that my phone had a better camera on it, because it was so cool. It was so pretty. I took 2 pictures of it, and I took some pictures of it from the outside, but... yeah, it was so cool. So much cool graffiti there. But yeah, we were able to film that, and yeah, it didn't take too long. We started at 11, I think, but it was like an hour drive. So we started at 11 and finished up around 4, I guess? No, 4:30. We left at 4:30. But yeah, it all worked out. It's not a big deal. I thought I was gonna die in the car like 5 different times. I wasn't driving. I was in the back seat going, I'm gonna die. LA drivers. Aggressive LA drivers. I keep being told, like, whenever I go, man, I just feel like I'm gonna die. Whenever I drive in LA, somebody comes up to me and says, just need to learn to be more aggressive. I'm like, nope. But it is true, like, a lot of the issues that you wind up facing, like, especially on the freeway, have to do with, like, switching lanes. And when you go to switch lanes, like, people are going fast enough, and there's so much compaction that if you have a moment to be able to switch over, you better take it, because otherwise it's going to be gone. Like, there is a very brief window. So in terms of that sort of aggression, absolutely. I will never, ever follow the trend of running red lights like everybody else here does, because that terrifies me. But yeah, I got to see a part of Hollywood that I haven't seen before. So that was cool. We filmed some of it in Chinatown, I think. And it was so cool. All of the buildings were really cool there. But yeah, I don't know. Had a good day. Had a fun day. And last night saw Thor. I won't tell you too much about it because I actually am doing a review of it, like an actual video telling you guys how I felt about it. But in general, I will let you know I actually really liked it. All of us, a huge group of like nerds, all went to see it. And we went with one person who I won't tell you who it is because otherwise he will lose all of his street cred with you guys. But he does not read comic books at all, had no idea what we were seeing. And he was surrounded by all of us, like, going, oh, at certain points. And he was like, I don't know why you guys are doing this. But, yeah, that was so funny. It was like we were eating. There were 4 of us eating. And I was explaining that I had heard ahead of time that that they were doing the whole, like, magic and science are the same thing, which he then responded with, well, but that's good, right? Because, like, then it makes it more accessible. Like, they try to explain some of it more. It makes it easier to understand. And I was like, no, he's the god of thunder. Like, they could have just left it as magic. And he was like, wait, the Thor in the comic books is the actual Thor. And we were like, yes. He's not a dude who just, like, picked up a hammer and called himself Thor. Like, he's the actual god of thunder. And we were like, yeah. And I think from then on, he was way more excited to see the movie because he was like, I had no idea. Like, yeah, he thought that was so funny that, that the actual Thor would be involved in the Avengers. Like, so good. But no, we actually, like, all of us thought that it was pretty good. Like, thought it was pretty funny. Obvious deviations from the comic book that I will talk about in my review. But in terms of, like, the movie as a whole, I liked it. So I'll tell you guys about that later. Yeah. So that's pretty much all that I've done. I mean, went to Thor, passed out when I got home, woke up, filmed, got home, sat down to talk to you guys. Yay! So, that's basically it. That's basically it. But you know, dear friends, life is about the simple things. I had nowhere else that I was going with that. That was basically it, so. Yes. But yeah, I'm gonna eat something and take a shower. I can't wait to take a shower. Oh, it's gonna be the best thing ever. Ever, you guys. Take a shower and eat something and finish my coffee and play a video game maybe. Yeah. That's gonna be my evening. So hopefully you guys have a good evening. And it's the weekend. So let's enjoy that as well. Okay. Bye-bye.